Vermont's education reform is leading to a lot of finger pointing on both sides of the aisle as efforts to reduce the number of school districts isn't going according to plan.
Now some people are questioning whether or not the redistricting task force is following the law with their latest proposal. NBC5's James Maloney joins us now from the newsroom. James, what is the problem here?
Well, Brian and Liz, I'll tell you, Governor Phil Scott tasked a group of lawmakers and former superintendents to provide draft maps to the legislature. The goal was to reduce the amount of districts and increase their size. But that work remains to be seen, and the governor says the task force has failed.
They didn't fulfill their obligation.
Governor Phil Scott says he is not satisfied with a recent action made by the school redistricting task force.
We don't have willing partners around us to work together.
And some school districts have their concerns. On Monday, the task force voted in favor of a voluntary merger strategy rather than moving forward with proposed maps. Task force chair, Senator Martine Gulick, says it would allow for resource sharing, construction aid, and reduce costs.
Incentivize and encourage districts to be thinking about doing the work of merging, not instantaneously, but with their community support.
It would appear that those who didn't fulfill their obligation are okay with the ever-increasing property taxes, the cost of education, and they don't want to see change.
But Governor Scott says the task is to create map proposals that align with the law, something he says they did not do.
I don't think it's too late. I mean, I was on the Committee on Committees, and if certain members didn't fulfill their obligation on whatever we had put them on, we took them off and replaced them.
I think that's really unfortunate. I think it does comply with the law. We are putting forward a responsible plan. There is no evidence that merging school districts into large mega districts or large districts, there's no evidence that that saves money and that that will lower property taxes.
Senator Scott Beck also sits on the task force and helped to draft a map that was denied in part because of the disproportionate district sizes. He voted against the voluntary merger plan.
We were organized to submit maps of how this would happen, not to just leave it to the districts to do this organically.
But some districts, like Winooski, say the voluntary plan leaves room to be desired. Winooski School District Superintendent Wilmer Chavarria says doing so could reduce services and added that neighboring districts are already operating at capacity.
The plan that's being forwarded now to the legislature might not materialize for a district like Winooski when we don't have willing partners around us to work together because we are an exception in Chittenden County.
And the redistricting task force will have their last meeting next Thursday in Waterbury. There they plan to compile a report on their findings and will send it to the legislature. Live in the newsroom, James Maloney, NBC5 News.